Wow, so it's great to be here tonight. I'm so excited. I'm here tonight reaching out to you. Let me see if I can remove my glasses. Since okay, it's dark somehow. Okay, let's get to invite people to join this session. Sorry, I need to use my glasses. Okay, so we need to invite people to join this session tonight. Okay, great. Okay, so wherever you are watching from, wherever you are, I want to say a very good evening, good morning, good night, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. Good everything to you, because I know that everyone is not in the same country or continent, let me say. Okay, so I want to really welcome you to tonight's session, and I assure you that we are going to have a swell time together. Yes, because tonight promises to be very awesome, very awesome. I promise you, it's going to be very awesome. Now, you know what, guys? Tonight I'm sharing largely on real estate acquisition strategy, or real estate, or let's say property acquisition goal setting, anyhow you want to put it. It is still the same title. Okay, so tonight let me invite people to join this live session so that we can have people participate from wherever they are in the world. So guys, I really want to appreciate and you tonight for joining this session. Okay, guys. So before we kick start, let's see. Let me still send invite to people. Let me send invites to people. Okay. Just a moment, and I'm going to be back, back. Okay. Okay, I really wanted to see where to. Okay. I'm on my mobile actually, so I am used to my phone. I'm used to the laptop when it comes to going live with YouTube. So just give me a little time. Let me quickly send invite to people, because I know of people who have been asking me how they can be part of tonight's session. So, guys, just a moment. Okay, okay, just a moment. I'll be done in a jiffy. Okay, copy link address. Okay, I think I've sent it. Oh, it's copying another thing entirely. Okay, so guys, let's do it this way. If you are online, you can just share the link with me in the comment box so that you can shoot from there. We are right behind schedule already. We ought to have move into this session. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry, just a moment. I'll be back. I just needed to be sure of okay, of this link. Um, what is his name? Using mobile, but since it's proving difficult, okay, so let's shoot. Now tonight I'll be discussing with you largely on how to, acquire real estate or properties, rather, how to set your goals in 2021 to acquire your real estate dreams. I want to believe that everybody has got a dream, everybody has dreams, and we all have plans to achieve great things with it. But of course, there are different reasons or different, purpose for acquiring properties. And for me, I believe that no matter the property you acquire, it is, geared towards building wealth because it has been proven severally that most wealthy people around the world became so through acquisition of real estate, through acquisition of properties. And so tonight I'm going to be sharing with you how to, achieve your property, goals. And you know what? Let me also mention here that the fact that you have acquired one or two properties out there doesn't mean that you cannot, get more because it cannot be too much. That's just simple truth. It cannot be too much. I have never seen anyone that complain that the property that he has acquired is too much. However, I'm going to be sharing with you a story to open this session tonight because I was somewhere to negotiate, a particular properties with people and with people with the Omonele, and the conversation I heard while we were waiting for the original owner of the properties I went to check, the property I went to check rather, while we were waiting, they were making or discussing how that one, of course, is not their friend, but one of the prominent person in the community. As at that time, he died. Of course, he recently died before the time this discussion came on. And what was the point of the discussion? Apparently, this man has been of course, he was a very wealthy person before he died. And from their conversation, I heard and learned that this man had acquired so many properties that he didn't even know where he had his properties. Does that shock you? Somebody has acquired, real estate. He has bought houses, he has bought land, he has, done several things, has properties in different locations, and at the end of the day, you could not even trace where his properties, were. And this was what these Omonile were making mockery of. They were saying that they wouldn't have, they couldn't have, achieved that since they know that it is only, they are only permitted to live inside one, building, and so they were just, against it, and they were making mockery of a dead man. But you know what? As far as I am concerned, I wasn't in agreement with what they were saying. Of course, I don't, engage in discussions like that. So I just let the conversation flow like that. I didn't really do anything. But this is my point. This is my point. Of course, too, I must also admit that I've met people who said that, you know, um, um, they just want to be comfortable. They just want to live life, be comfortable, feed their families, have food to eat, and that's all. They don't want to go the extra mile. They don't want to, do anything extra. They don't want to stretch themselves. They are not even interested in acquiring any more properties. So long they can feed their family. But you know what? As far as I am concerned, and as far as the real meaning of wealth is, such statement is a selfish statement. Now, I'll come back to that. Let me quickly finish my story. So these guys, these Omunile landowners, of course, they were busy discussing how that the man had acquired properties, and he could not have recognized the places where he had his properties. But one thing I want to bring out from the whole discussion is that, see, if you don't have the intention to be a solution to people's problem, you don't have reasons for or reason rather for acquiring real estate in the first place. Wealth, for me and for every other wealthy mentors I've worked with, simply means touching lives with the assets that they have acquired or that we have acquired. I'm a wealthy man. Yeah, I'm a wealthy man. Now, if you don't have interest in touching lives, I can see people joining already. So please just engage with me in the chat box. I would like to read your chat. Let me know those who are online, and I can only know through your chat. So I'll be expecting to read your chat in the comment box. Just drop a comment. Let me know those of us who are online. Okay, great. So if you don't have the intention of touching lives, reaching out to people, reaching out to charity organizations, helping other people rise, then you don't have any business with creating wealth through real estate. You don't have any business with creating wealth through acquisition of properties. So I want to believe that in the story I just shared with you, these men were just interested in living for their own families. They were interested in, satisfying or meeting their own needs, and after that, that is all. Now look at it. Look at it. I also want to think that most likely these people did not have the opportunity to acquire what this man they were making mockery of had acquired. Look, because as far as human is concerned, there's nobody who will be given an opportunity to attain something or achieve something or get something or acquire something that he would say is not interested. I've never seen anyone who says he doesn't like money. I have never seen. If you have seen, please drop it in the comment box. I want to know if you have seen anyone who says he doesn't like money. Now, have you also seen anyone who says that he doesn't like, land, or he doesn't like real estate? Have you ever seen anyone like that? As far as I am concerned, I have never seen anyone. So I want to believe that these people were just, making mockery of this wealthy man because they had not the opportunity, and if they have had the opportunity, they did not utilize it. So I said earlier, if you don't have business with raising people from their pits, if you don't have business with touching lives, if you don't have business with being a blessing to people in the society, in the community, then you don't have business with wealth creation in the first place. So guys, with that being said, I want to believe that tonight we are going to have a short time talking to you about property acquisition goal setting. How can you set your goal, an achievable goal that you would be able to achieve your real estate dream in 2021? Now look at it. How many young people have land? How many young people have land? How many young people do you know have land? How many young people do you know have built their own house? How many young people do you know have properties in different locations? There are not many. You know why? Because it is believed by most people that property acquisition is strictly for those who have money to acquire it. It is believed that buying of land is meant for those who have money to buy it. And I'm going to be telling you how that is not true tonight. Because if you can shift your mentality, you can change your mentality, you can ask questions about real estate, about property acquisition, then you would understand how that it is easy to even acquire some of these properties, especially now that we are having real estate companies springing up from different parts of the world, giving installment payment plan and allowing people to make 10%, as low as 10% payment, and then they have right to claim that they have deal with the company. However, I'm not here to promote any company. I'm not here to teach about any company, but of course, I'm here to show to you how that you can begin to acquire your own real estate dreams. So let's move into the next section. Now, what is the most asked question? If you would answer me, you would understand that, or if you are related with real estate agents, or probably you are one anyway, you would understand this question very well. Okay, another way to say this is this: if you have ever, of course, most people should have related with real estate agents, but I don't know of female, but most men would have, because if you have ever rented an apartment before, you would have probably related with a real estate agent who would have asked you, what is your budget? Now, what is your budget has always been the questions that most real estate agents ask. Now, that question is the most asked question in real estate industry. What is your budget? And I'll tell you why that question is very, 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 very relevant. I'll tell you because without a budget, there's no business talking about business. I mean, there's no reason there's no point discussing business. Somebody was in my DM the other day and was asking me how she can raise 2 million naira in the next 5 years. I was like, wow, the next 5 years. The next 5 years, though it's a long time as far as I am concerned, but maybe at his level, or sorry, at her level, she was interested in raising 2 million naira in cash in the next 5 years. And I began to relate it with her. Then later I discovered that she wasn't even ready to start. And so I ended the conversation. Yeah, you know why? Because if there's no money to start something, there's no reason discussing business. But listen to me, listen to me. You don't have, or you don't need to have the money on the table, or you don't need to have the money in your bank account before you make plans. And tonight I'm going to be sharing with you how I can go about it. But take this first. If you must get things fast, of course I know that if you are not yet working, you should look for a job or work. Okay, if you don't yet have a job, then look for a job. Okay, but this is it. Never be out of work, because work is always available. So what is your budget? That is the most question. That's the most asked question by real estate agents. The commonest question in my introduction, the commonest question ever asked in the real estate sector is, what is your budget? Otherwise known as, what is your goal? Do you have a goal? Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan for the property you are hoping to acquire? Do you have goals? What is your goal for this property? So people ask, what is your budget? And they are asking, people who ask what is your budget, they are simply asking, what is your goal? What is the smart goal that you have set to achieve from this our conversation, from this our discussion? What is the set goal that you have planned to achieve? So that is why people ask the question, what is your budget? Now listen to me. No matter how much you earn, you need a plan. No matter how much you earn, you need a plan. Most likely you should have a job by now, or you should have a business that you are doing. If you don't have, then I would encourage that you get into one almost immediately. because you really need to survive, you really need to live. And there's no time waiting, because every time you spend waiting for something to come, you are only wasting time. And if you are wasting time, you are wasting life. May your life not be wasted. Say amen now. Okay, great guys. So you need a budget, you need a plan rather. No matter what you earn, you need a plan. See, have you ever heard that there's no amount of money that is enough? Yes, no amount of money is enough. No amount of money is enough. If you are earning 300,000 naira every month, I'll tell you that the more you earn, the more your expenses rise to meet your income. And if you are not wise enough, you would increase your expenses instead of decreasing it. Or most likely, you will increase your expenses and leave your income to be at the same level. Most people don't look at increasing their expenses and then increasing their income. Most people just leave their income at the level where it is and allow their expenses to meet up to it. I have seen people who earn 200,000 naira a month and yet the money is not enough. Listen to me, if you don't learn to make a plan, you don't learn to make a goal, a smart goal, to write a smart goal, you don't learn to take deliberate step towards achieving your property acquisition goals, you would not achieve it no matter how much you earn. I want that to sink. That is why I paused. I want that to sink. So if it is your goal and not anyone else's goal, then you need to plan it. And that is why I am doing this session. You really need to plan your property acquisition goal. If you need help, this session, this class is going to help you. And if it will not, then we can book a private discussion, a private session to discuss this. But listen to me, no matter what you earn, if you earn 80,000 naira monthly, if you earn 100,000 naira monthly, even if it is 50,000 naira you are earning monthly, you can still achieve something with it. The difference will just be that the time or the days or the month it will take you earning 50,000 naira to achieve your property acquisition goal, and the person earning 200,000 naira to achieve his property acquisition goal will be different. But will everybody get there? Yes, as long as you have plan to get there. So if it is a goal, then you need a plan. Don't be judgmental about whatever plan or whatever work or whatever income you are earning. Excuse me. Don't be judgmental. It may not work as fast as you want, but listen, don't give up. Don't give up. It may not work now. It may not come as fast as you want it, but don't give up on it. Now, don't give room at all for negative energies. There are people that will tell you that achieving or acquiring property, of course, requires money, which is the truth. But listen to me, if all they see about it is how that you cannot achieve it, then it is time to change your network, because those are negative energies that affect your progress. And you know what? If you don't change your interests, you don't change the people you associate with, you don't change the people you discuss with, you don't change your relationship with people who easily bring you down, who easily talk you down, who easily talk you out of your plan, then you are in for a long thing. So from now, you should begin to change your interest, even on social media, to include some things like real estate, properties, like properties around you. Excuse me. Even you can even choose interest in knowing about properties in Dubai. Get to know how properties in the US are being sold. There's no crime doing that, no crime at all. No crime at all. As long as it is your plan, as long as you have interest in making progress, you will truly achieve this. So change your interest where you stand, because of course where you stand will determine what you understand to be an opportunity. It is because you have not shown interest in real estate before now. That is why you have not seen any opportunity in it. There are opportunities everywhere. There are opportunities everywhere, including the real estate sector. Opportunity flies every day, but most people don't get to see the opportunities because they believe that they don't have the money to achieve it. Excuse me. So they believe they don't have the money to achieve it, and it is what you believe that you don't have capacity to do that you will not see the opportunity when they come. So opportunity flies, but most people don't get to see it because they have made themselves to believe that such is not meant for them. They have made themselves to believe that such name because they don't have the money. But I tell you, you have the money. Now let's look at the steps to creating a strategy for your real estate acquisition. Number one, be genuinely interested in advertising. Sorry, be genuinely interested in achieving your property acquisition goal. At this point, you have to tell yourself the truth. Now, the truth is not the amount of money you are earning. The truth is how you are spending the money you are earning. Because most of the time, you think that the money you are earning is small. Of course, it may be small to what you want to achieve, but will it achieve what you want? Absolutely yes. If only you can tell yourself the truth. So you need to tell yourself the truth. You need to really be sure that you are ready to achieve these properties, because seriously, one of the truths you have to tell yourself is that it is not expensive, that real estate is not expensive to acquire. Now, it is only going to be more expensive later. That is number one. When you are ready to tell yourself the truth, you'll be able to say to yourself that real estate or property acquisition is not expensive to acquire now. It will only be expensive when you did not acquire it and you are ready to acquire it later. So that is one truth that you have to tell yourself. And listen to me, no amount is too small to get started. It's all about planning it. If you can plan it, you can achieve it. If you can plan it, you can achieve it. Let that sink. If you can plan it, you can achieve it. That's another truth that you have to tell yourself, that it is achievable. Because if you don't get to tell yourself some of these things, life, excuse me, life, the environment will pose to you another orientation or another mindset, and will make you to believe that that is the truth about you. So tell yourself the truth that you are ready to acquire your real estate. You are ready to acquire properties in 2021. Tell yourself that there's no location that does not have potential for development. Because most of the time, your money may take you out of your present location. I mean, what you have been able to gather to acquire a property may not be able to afford what you have in your immediate environment. You see people living in Lagos, they are living on the island, working on the island, living on the island, and they also want to live or buy their own properties there, yet they don't have the money. So the fact that you don't have the money to buy a present location does not mean that you cannot get properties in other locations that will meet um your capital, or what do we call it now? That will meet your budget. Yeah, great. That will meet with your budget. Enough of lying to yourself that until you have money, until you have 12 million naira to buy land in Aja. Excuse me, I need water. That until you have money to buy, until you have 12 million naira to buy land in Aja, before you can begin to make the step or take the step or begin to make plan for it. No, there are places, there are locations. That's one of the truths you also have to tell yourself. There are locations that you can actually go to and you get properties in those locations. Once you know your budget, then you can shoot. Once you have a budget rather, then you can shoot. See, I have bought properties, I mean landed properties now, that are just 100,000 naira per acre. I've bought landed properties that are just 300,000 naira per acre. I've bought landed properties that are, I have one on in my hands now. It is 700,000 naira per acre. So it depends on the locations where you are buying. And I want to even shock you that most of these real estate companies that people are rushing to, of course, I'm also into real estate, so I have a real estate company. So, but I still want to tell you the truth. So most of these real estate companies that people are rushing to buy land from, the amount they bought the land is quite smaller compared to the amount they are selling it. That is the truth. But of course, it's a business, so you can't do anything about it. What about the security they give? Okay, we give rather. And I want you to know this, that there are no villages anywhere since internet came. No village anywhere since internet came. Some people say, sorry, will you allow me to just take water, please? Just a moment, please. Let me take water. Okay, so I'm back here. Thank you for staying tuned. So I was saying that there are places, there are no longer villages anywhere since internet set into this country. So if you have been deceived that a place is too local for you to acquire, listen to me. You'll be deceived for a very long time. Okay? So there are no villages anywhere. The internet has made everywhere to become accessible. When I was serving during my NYSC, I served in a place in Kaduna, a completely remote place, completely remote. But I enjoyed my stay because I had internet. So long there is internet, there is no village anywhere. But am I saying that you should go and buy the properties and begin to live there? No, no. Remember, we are talking about property acquisition. building real estate portfolio so that you can create wealth with it. That's what we are discussing here. But of course, I'll still share with you wisdom that you will use to buy the land that is in your immediate environment, having acquired other properties in locations where you can afford now. So guys, let's move. The second point under steps to creating a strategy is that you have to be honest with yourself about your monthly take home. Yeah, you have to be honest. Be honest. Listen to me. If you earn 150,000 naira monthly, be honest with yourself. At the end of the year, 150,000 naira will be how much? Let's do calculation. In 10 months, that will be 1.5 million. And let's add 300. That will be 8 million naira. At the end of the year, you would have earned 1.8 million naira. Now, what is your total expenses on a monthly basis? On a monthly basis, what's your total expenses? I don't want to believe that you spend all. And let's assume you even spend all. You don't have anything left. You don't have savings at the end of each month. You don't have investments that you do. You don't have anything you are paying for. You don't have debt that you are paying for. So about at the end of the month, when you earn your salary, you end up spending all. And at the end of the year, you don't have anything to show for the working year, for the work you have done for the year. Well, from this class tonight, you begin to make new decisions, because if you don't plan yourself deliberately, you don't plan your property acquisition deliberately, you'll be deliberately hurting yourself. So the second point I just made now is be honest with what you earn, your monthly take home, because honesty will do you more good than pretense. Honesty, it will help you to make decisions about what next to do. If you are honest with how much you earn, you will be able to answer the question of whether you need another extra source of income, or you need to get another job, or you need to work harder and rise to the top of your career so that you'll be promoted in your place of work. If you are not honest with how much you earn, life will truly be honest with you. Life will truly be honest with you. By pushing to you what you had failed to escape. An example of that is you may end up living as a tenant forever, or for a longer time than you expected. Excuse me. So be honest with yourself, guys. Be honest with your income. How much do you earn on a monthly basis, and how much is it in a year? How much can you save and then invest? Honesty. If you ask these honest questions, you'll be able to know what steps you need to take. What steps you need to take, who you need to talk to, places where you need to go. At this point, you may have to even cut down on your expenses. Great. You may have to cut down on the things that you do with money. Great. Because honesty will help you achieve more results with what you are earning than not telling yourself the truth. So that is the second point. Be honest with your income. Now, the third point tonight is that you should work harder or make more money. After you are honest with yourself, you have to ask yourself how much you earn truly. Now, the next thing is that will help you to make the decision of whether you should work harder or you need to make more money, because you can own a property without money, of course, by simply referring people or other people, your friends, to buy from other company. And that would be that you are, making the decision to earn more money. Okay, seems something is wrong. Let's say the internet. Okay, let's shoot. So be honest. Okay, I was making the other point that once you are honest with yourself, it will help you to know whether you should work harder so that your salary can be increased, or so that you can get more customers and increase your income, your revenue, or you begin to consider making extra income, setting up other side, businesses, so that you can earn more money. So that is what will happen if you are honest with yourself. Then the other point, the next point, number 5, is embrace automated savings and investment platforms. This will help you to save money than spend money. It will help you to have money in savings account or in your investment account than you spend. If you look for automated savings platform, like we have Petty Save, where you can automatically be saving your money on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, and even monthly basis, that once your salary enter, a certain percentage is removed from your account. You'll be the one to set it. So embrace automated savings and investment platform. It will help you to have money stored up somewhere to acquire your property goal. So you have to be deliberate about this. If you are not deliberate about it, you cannot achieve it. That's the truth. If you are not deliberate about it, you cannot achieve it. Just a moment, please. Okay, guys. So I was saying that you should be honest with yourself, and I say you should embrace automated savings and investment platforms, because it will help you to build, it will help you to, you know, it will help you to raise money for your real estate acquisition. Let's see the next point. Now, at this point, you also have to, that's number 6, you have to be in touch with a real estate expert part time. Be in touch with a real estate expert part time, because opportunities flies every time. I said that earlier. Opportunities flies every time. There's no time that there are no opportunities. Opportunities doesn't come at once. It doesn't come once, it comes all the time. So be in touch with real estate experts, be in their DMs, be in their status, check to see what they are posting on their status, subscribe for their real estate mail list, follow them on their social media platforms, get to engage with them, ask them questions. You know why? Because it will help you to know which property the money you have saved up will purchase, or of course will buy. So be in touch with real estate experts. The number 7 is watch out for promos or ask for discount. There's nobody that does not love discounts, and there's no like real estate companies that doesn't do discounts because they also need to make more sales. So ask for discounts, or you watch out for promos. When companies are doing promos, watch out for discounts. Very, very important, because promo is also an opportunity for you to buy lesser than the initial price that the company or the owner is probably selling. And there are people who are also, interested in offsetting their properties, and so they offer the property at a very ridiculous price. And once it is offered at a very ridiculous price, it's an opportunity for you to come in. But you know what? If you have not saved up money to achieve this, you may not be able to acquire it. So this is the essence of the automated savings I was talking about earlier, because there are opportunities all the time, opportunities all the time. And lastly, you have to understand the T and C before you commit your T and M. I mean, understand the terms and conditions before you commit your time and money. The time to go and search, the time to go and inspect, the time to talk to an agent, then the money. So understand the terms and conditions before you begin to make your move. Now, let me quickly take you through steps to take when buying a property that is not owned by a real estate company. And I will rush this so that we can end this session tonight. Number 1 step that you need to take when you are buying real estate properties from non-companies. The first is make your inquiry. Make your inquiry very well. Find out about the property. Do your due diligence. Go to the location where the land is, where the property is. Talk to people around. Talk to possible agents you may see around there. If it is a village, if it's a place that is not, it's not a city, it's not an urban setting or environment, then you should ask people who are around the area. You can even go as far as asking the ballet. Yeah, you can. But just ensure that you do your due diligence and make your inquiry. Make your inquiry. The second thing is that you should meet with the family. Meet with the family that own the land. Don't meet with the agent alone. And when you are meeting with the family, meet everyone that is involved. Everyone that needs to sign, if possible, everyone that needs to collect money. Everyone that is, representing or that is, matured enough in the family. If it is owned by more than one family, meet the two family at the same time. Don't meet a family today and then another family tomorrow. No, let the meeting be done in one single location at the same time on the same day, and have an equal agreement with the families that own the land. Then the next point is that do your underground search too. Your underground search, like going to the Ministry of Lands to check on the land. Do your underground check. Take the coordinates of the land, go to ministry to check the land. And lastly, depending on how many acres you are buying, if you are buying more than 20 acres, I would always encourage you, don't pay your money at once. Because once you finish paying, most of the time, they would have spent the money before you even begin the project on the land. And sometimes you will need to spread your payments so that you can get to find out who truly owns the land. I've had a situation where I bought a land, and of course I bought more than 100 acres, and in the course of paying, in the course of clearing the boundary, trying to map out the boundary of the land, some people came and said we have encroached into their land. And that was how we got to know that the family that we have been relating with did not own the entire land. Now imagine if we had paid everything at once, they would have spent the money. Omonile spends money because they share the money among their family. So they would have finished spending the money. And then we will now be at the mercy of these people that say we have encroached into their land. So this is one of the reasons why you don't have to pay at once, especially if you are buying more than 20 acres. So guys, with all of this I have shared with you tonight, I want to believe that you can begin to make serious decision from this session. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Anytime you come to watch this video, please drop a comment. If it's a question, drop the question. And you can also reach out to me privately. Just send me a private message, or you can check my handle on social media and send me a private, direct message at Olaotan Jeremiah. Olaotan Jeremiah. I'll be willing and excited to attend to your questions. And if you need anything whatsoever when it comes to property acquisition, I am absolutely available. So thank you for being a part of tonight's session. I'm really so excited. If there are no questions, then this session will end tonight. Any question from any of us that are online at this moment? Okay, so since there are no questions, thank you guys for joining me. Have a blessed night. Bye.